This week on the Hooters Tour with Lee Moore and Kim Briel. Coming up this half hour, 4 rounds of championship golf, a chat with Terry Bowden of Auburn, and turning the page in our Hooters Tour scrapbook. Stay tuned and see who wins at Auburn Links.
Par, birdie, eagle, owl. Owl? We'll be right back on the Hooters Tour. Don't go away.
Fellow Americans, recently it's been reported in the national media that I am preoccupied with Hooters. I wish to state for the record that I have not been sneaking out in the middle of the night and going to Hooters. Reports that I have been seen eating a big plate of nearly world-famous chicken wings are simply not true. It's just another attempt to discredit the policies of this administration. Thank you.
If you take fresh eggs, cream, and right off the farm fresh vegetables, add pure vegetable oil, red wine vinegar, natural honey, herbs and spices, and maybe generous amounts of aged blue cheese in just the right portions, blended under refrigeration to the peak of perfection, you'd know why we call our products naturally fresh.
We blended nature's best, naturally.
Hello everybody and welcome to event number 1 on the Hooters Pro Golf Tour. This week we're in Southwest Alabama at a great Auburn Links Country Club course. I'm Lee Moore.
And I'm Kim Briel. You know, Lee, I know you're asked the question all the time. Where does the Hooters Tour rank in professional golf?
Well, it ranks, I think, somewhere between the Nike and the PGA Tour, just slightly maybe behind the Nike Tour, and we got some great players. Names that came from this tour like Daly and Jansen and Dave Stockton Jr., Mike Heinen, Neil Lancaster, great players on the PGA Tour right now.
Great players indeed, and if they look at the purse money today as compared to when they played, this year our professionals are playing for purses and bonus money totaling over $3 million.
Well, we're going to start right here at the great Auburn Links Country Club course. We're playing in the Hooters Auburn Links Classic. Kim Briel caught up with the head pro. His name is Kevin Pettit, quite an outstanding young man. He's going to tell you about this golf course.
I've played a lot of golf over the years, and let me tell you, this golf course is as tough as any I've seen. Kevin Pettit, the head golf professional here, knows that as well as anyone.
Auburn Links Golf Course is a 7,000-plus yard public golf course from the championship tees that offers all the ingredients to challenge not only the best in the game, but the weekend enthusiasts as well. The course opens with a bang. Parkerson's Mill Creek sets the stage as it wraps along number 1 and continues throughout the course. Creek demands accurate tee shots, which leaves the player with medium to long irons into some of the largest bentgrass greens around. The player is challenged throughout the course until he finally reaches number 18. This hole is quite unique because the greens resemble a tiger's paw, and if you aren't careful, it will claw you.
You know what, Kim? I wouldn't be afraid of this golf course if I could play it from your tees. Monday started here at the Auburn Links with that big 10-spot qualifier. The number 1 guy, Brian Gay, with a 69. Right after that was Michael Reese with a 71, another 71 to Marty D'Angelo. Mike Malone also at 71 as you check out the 10 guys that made it through Monday. Now, one of the most popular events on this tour is our junior clinic. Zeb Garrison, our photographer, visited there. He got some great pictures.
Golf's a selfish game. It's played by yourself, and you can only think about yourself a lot of times.
Thursday came up cold, sweater weather. It's time to play.
Thursday at Auburn Links Country Club brought some familiar names back to the spotlight. Names you may remember from a year ago, like Jack O'Keefe from Little Rock, Arkansas. He fired up a 69 on day one, here making par on the par 5 15th hole. Ricky Smallridge from Opelika, Alabama, the 1994 Naturally Fresh Bonus Points champion, scored even par today. And Rob McKelvey with a 71 was tied for 5th after day one. Here, his point of view on hole number 1.
Right here I've got 125 yards up the hill. I'm trying to hit a low wedge, try to hit it behind the hole. There's a slope behind the flag, and try to land it into there and let it spin back down the hill. Hopefully close enough to have a decent birdie opportunity.
Jimmy Green of Mobile, Alabama has picked up where he left off 4 months ago. A birdie here at the par 4 first hole gets Jimmy to 1 over par. He'll make up a stroke in the remaining 8 holes, posting a 72. Our Monday qualifier is still making noise. Brian Gay of Daleville, Alabama, birdies here at number 1, taking him to 1 under par, and he'll finish the day at 3 under 69. Another new name on the Hooters leaderboard this year is Dean Hires of Lake Wales, Florida. A birdie on the par 4 10th hole gets Dean back to even, as he will post a par round of 72. The number 1 amateur in the country made his pro debut with the Hooters Tour this week. Here, Alan Doyle birdies number 1. He finishes with a 72, 4 back of our first round leader. First round results at the Hooters Auburn Classic has Greg Reed of Fayetteville, Arkansas on top by a single stroke. Reed is from South Africa and played golf at the University of Arkansas. He is followed by 3 at 1 back, including Jack O'Keefe, Brian Gay, and Rick Gear from Gulf Shores, Alabama. And there are 8 at 1 under par 71.
Still ahead, round 2 with our Hooters professionals.
Now, this tournament also produced a major of our story. The number 1 ranked amateur in the world, 46-year-old Alan Doyle, began his pro career right here at the Hooters Auburn Classic.
I was a little rusty at the beginning of the week, but come Saturday and Sunday, I felt my swing was getting into the flow of things, and I was starting to be able to feel the shots I wanted to hit and hit them. So I felt real good at the end of the week.
Alan Doyle, a great player in his own right. He's going to be back to play us several times this summer, and he'll be playing some of the other tours also.
Alan Doyle will shoot 72 on Thursday, he'll lay low on Friday, and Jack O'Keefe will surface to the top.
Second round play at Auburn Links, and the weather continues to improve, and so do the scores. Greg Reed, the first day leader, is going to pick up his par at the par 3 4th hole. But before the day is over, he's going to end up with a 73, and he'll fall back into 4th place, 4 shots off the pace at 141. Former Clemson football linebacker Scotty Bevel of Greenville, South Carolina, is still working on the transition to pro golf, and Scotty is making progress. His fairway shot at number 12 finds the green, and his 2 putts will give him a par 5. Scotty won't make the cut this week, but the big guy is going to be heard from this year. Another power player is Brian Contact of Phoenix, Arizona. He won the next to last event of 94 at Jacksonville, Florida. Here, his shot to number 12 allows him to pick up the par. But like Scotty Bevel, the Arizona native will not get a check this week. Remember Big Matt Ewing from Seton, Illinois? He won in the dark last year at Natchez, Mississippi, and he's still looking for that light at the end of the tunnel. His par is going to leave him 2 shots short of making the cut, which is going to be 4 over par 148. 3 Hooters vets, Steve Carter, Jacksonville, Florida, Courtney Brisson of Dublin, North Carolina, and David Smith of Orchard Lake, Michigan, found number 7 to their liking. Carter here is going to pick up his birdie, and then Courtney goes ditto with his effort. Craig Perks, our 93 co-player of the year, might have gotten the Hooters shot of the day at number 7 on the par 5. Check out the approach en route to his birdie.
Yeah, Lee, I had about 86 yards. I hit L wedge and tried to throw it a little bit past the flag, spin it back to about 3.5, 4 feet, and end up making it for birdie.
Former PGA Tour pro Buddy Gardner is in the field. The Birmingham resident, though, posted scores of 75-75, and he'll not make it to the weekend. The 2-day leaderboard, again, Jack O'Keefe has the lead. Brian Gay is just off the pace. Ricky Smallridge is going to try to get it cooking on Saturday. Charlie Whittington of nearby Columbus, Georgia, has been impressive in his first 2 rounds. He is 4 shots back at 141. Those same totals belong to Brandon Knight of Argyle, Texas, Greg Reed of Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Rick Gare of Gulf Shores, Alabama. Brian Cortan of Spearfish, South Dakota, is 5 shots behind the leader, and Tom Shaw of Dallas has the low round of the day. He's now a half a dozen strokes, though, from the lead.
I don't think a trip to Auburn, Alabama would be complete unless we talk some football. The guy that talks that best is a man that's lost only 1 time in 2 years. That's Terry Bowden.
Auburn football coach Terry Bowden is just coming off 2 dream seasons with the War Eagles. Since replacing the highly successful Pat Dye, Terry, at about 5'7", has cast a huge shadow, and while the Bowden family has made a name in the football business, Bobby of Florida State and his boys, Steve, Tommy, Jeff, and Terry, all are no threat to collect any checks on the Hooters Pro Golf Tour.
Well, we're all duffers. I don't know if there's any golfers. I think there's one man that's full of golf passion. That's my father. My dad at Florida State, Bobby Bowden, will play golf every single day of his life, and if I want to go visit with him, I've got to play a round of golf.
Football-wise, it's a different story for Terry. How about 20 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss in 2 seasons at Auburn?
I was 0-7 my first 7 games as a head coach, but I'm being very successful now. But at 38 years old, my dad would say, Terry, it's not important to be the youngest coach in America. It's important to be the oldest head coach in America.
And Terry also knows about athletics and academics.
I've always told people I was a much better student than I was a football player, and it's gotten me pretty far. As I went and got my law degree and studied accounting in college, I look back, those were the essential things, not throwing a football or catching a football.
And finally, a trip to Coach Bowden's office would not be complete without mentioning that rivalry between him and the Crimson Tide.
There's no rivalry like the Auburn-Alabama rivalry. The state of Alabama has 2 major universities that play great football, and we think about it every other day of the year. It's the most unbelievable rivalry I've ever been a part of, and because of that, you best not forget who's across the state.
This year, we're going to try to make it possible for you to meet every one of our players. We call our new segment, Take 1 to Meet 5 Hooters Players.
Hi, I'm Raymond Fran, the Hooters Jordan Golf Tour. I'm from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Hi, I'm Michael Christie on the Hooters Jordan Tour from Greenville, South Carolina.
Hi, I'm Bo Fennell with the Hooters Jordan Golf Tour, and I'm from Statesboro, Georgia.
Hi, I'm Styles Mitchell. I'm with the Hooters Golf Tour, and I'm from Augusta, Georgia.
Hello, I'm Stephen Larrick from the Hooters Golf Tour. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
Up next, the final 2 rounds in the $100,000 Hooters Auburn Classic.
gosh, it's a little chimp. Oh, he looks like a little person.
They're really not.
Look how smart he is.
They're not very intelligent, honey. They're dopey.
Look at him.
We have a dummy on our hood. Oh, where's he going?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
And now, Valley of the Apes.
One of the outstanding young talents on this tour is a quiet young fella, Jack O'Keefe. After 2 rounds and heading to Saturday, he lets his clubs do his talking.
Much warmer temperatures and 40-some-odd players within 10 shots of our leader, Jack O'Keefe. Now, after rounds of 69-68, O'Keefe would struggle a bit, posting a 4-over par 76 and falling 6 strokes off the lead. Hooters Tour professional Jeff Cook of Chattanooga, Tennessee, opened at Auburn Links with a 78. On Friday, however, Cook fires a 2-under par 70. But today, Cook was humming. Here on the par 5 12th hole, Cook makes birdie to move to 6 under for the day and 2 under for the tournament.
This is a 12th hole, par 5. Seems like I had about 150 yards to the hole there. The pin was cut in the front left corner just over the creek and knocked down a 7-iron. It was into the wind and kept it under the wind, hit a real nice shot there and was able to knock the putt in.
Cook would go back-to-back with another birdie here at the 13th hole, and he'll post a round of 66, 7 strokes back of our leader. Greg Reed of Fayetteville, Arkansas, had his moments today. Here on number 10, a birdie 3 gets him to 4 under for the tournament. On 14, Reed will birdie again. He shoots a 73 and will be 7 strokes back going into Sunday's final round. Rob McKelvey of Lawrenceville, Georgia, took it 4 deep today to a 68. McKelvey will be paired with Brian Gay for day 4. Gay has a 5-stroke lead over McKelvey. Gay's birdie at number 12 got him to 5 under for the day, or 11 under for the tournament. He'll give 3 back to the course before the day is out, finishing with a 69 and 207 after 3 rounds. A couple of other names to watch out for our Sunday round is Rick Gear. He birdies here at number 10. Gear shot 72 and is 6 back. And David McCampbell of St. Cloud, Florida. A 3-under par 69 has David 6 off the pace, entering round 4. The 3-day leaderboard at the Hooters Auburn Classic again has Brian Gay leading the pack at 9 under par. Rob McKelvey is in at 212, with Rick Gear, David McCampbell, and Jack O'Keefe at 213. 4 players are at 214. They include Jeff Cook of Chattanooga, Tennessee, Charlie Whittington of Columbus, Georgia, Alan Doyle of LaGrange, Georgia, and Greg Reed of Fayetteville, Arkansas.
It's time now to turn the page on our Hooters Tour scrapbook. This week, we're going to meet Jack O'Keefe. This young man grew up in Connecticut, went to school at Arkansas, and just recently was named the Australian Tour Rookie of the Year.
Who would have dreamed that this little guy right here would have turned into an aspiring golf professional with a resume that included such titles as Arkansas Junior Golfer of the Year. That same year, John Daly was recognized as Amateur Player of the Year.
I was 14, almost 15, and a friend on my baseball team, Kevin Hall, got me into golf and soon as we played the first day, I wanted to go back out again tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and it just kind of carried over.
Jack O'Keefe first teed it up at the age of 14. His first official 18-hole score was 112. He loved baseball, but soon came to realize that it was playing golf where he would be able to score every time.
There's days when you think you're going to miss the cut, or you know you're going to miss the cut, and you're just like, oh man, should I be playing this game? And should I be getting a job? And then there's days when you're thinking, oh, how easy is this? So, you have to take everything as it goes, and you just, keep plugging away, really. And just never give up. I mean, I'm real competitive, and, I don't take anything too much to heart with, getting a job or, that this game's too easy. I just kind of, know that things are going to happen as they happen.
Jack was a 3-time All-American selection. 3 times he was named Arkansas Golfer of the Year, and at the age of 25, O'Keefe has racked up a lot of awards and titles, but none more memorable than his tour to the land down under, where this past winter, Jack won $90,000 on the Australian tour.
Some of the guys were saying, did you play with Norman or guys like that down in Australia? And I played with Peter Sr., and they said, oh, how good does he hit it? And I said, oh, he hits it, he doesn't hit that much better than I do. It's just, he's had, like you said, more experience, and then he thinks of himself as one of the top players. And, it's kind of more of a head game when you get more into golf. A lot of it is experience, and then, you just have to have that inner self-confidence, too.
Oh, there's one more thing you ought to know about Mr. O'Keefe. He doesn't like to lose. Jack O'Keefe, one more page in the Hooters Tour scrapbook.
Heading into Sunday's final round, Brian Gay is our leader. Now, will we go 2 years in a row with our Monday qualifier winning the first event?
Sunday's going to come up clear and warm, and that's appreciated by everyone. For the most part, leader Brian Gay is just going to enjoy the stroll. He's at 9 under par starting the day.
And it was tough for me to concentrate because I had a 7-shot lead with 9 holes to go, and it's pretty hard to mess that up. And I just wanted to get through, and because I kind of felt like I'd already won, I just wanted to get in.
Brian's playing partner is going to be Rob McKelvey today. Rob starts out at -4. Gay's from Daleville, Alabama. That's just down the road here a bit, while McKelvey's from up the road in Lawrenceville, Georgia. That's an Atlanta suburb. McKelvey on his approach to number 1. Rob will get it close here. Close enough to get his birdie 3, and he's going to get it to 5 under par. Now he's 4 shots back. Mostly, though, Rob's going to spend the day just trying to cut into Gay's big lead. At hole number 2, both players make birdie. Here's Gay from the fairway. The former University of Florida star is in double digits now. When his approach gives him the opportunity to get his birdie, he is now at 10 under par. McKelvey hits it to the green. The Oak Hills Classic champion on this tour from 2 years ago is going to move to 6 under par after he also picks up his birdie. Now back in the pack at the 5th green, a par 4, Charlie Whittington of nearby Columbus makes par. Charlie's having a good week, and early on, he's at 2 under. His playing companion, again, the former amateur sensation, 46-year-old Alan Doyle. Doyle's going to collect his par. He's at 3 under. Again, there's several holes for them to play. Gay's going to pick up a couple of more birdies by the 6th hole, where he has a 7-shot lead now, and he's just wanting to stay focused at this point. Before Sunday's over, Brian's going to make a couple of bogeys. Ricky Smallridge earlier in the week referred to those as mercy bogeys. At number 18, Brian makes a great downhill pitch to save par, and at 10 under, he's going to take the $15,000 first prize check. Rob McKelvey had a good approach and chip shot from 18, but he's going to wind up 4 shots back at 6 under par, and he gets the $8,500.
So, Kim, Brian Gay takes the $15,000 first place check. Rob McKelvey takes second, with Jack O'Keefe, Craig Perks, Ricky Smallridge, and Alan Doyle rounding out the top 5 spots.
Stay tuned. We'll see the breakdown of the Naturally Fresh Foods $250,000 bonus race.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm from the Hooters at San Jose in Jacksonville, Florida. We'll be right back with more professional golf on This Week on the Hooters Tour.
girls earn their wings every day.
Hooters, it's not just a restaurant, it's an adventure.
My barbecue sauce has the big, bold taste that really makes barbecue taste great. Barbecue sauce.
That's not barbecue sauce. This is barbecue sauce.
Jackaroo barbecue sauce. Big taste from a big place.
Well, Kim and I would like to thank you for joining us this week on our very first, this week on the Hooters Tour. Next week, we move over just a bit to Douglas, Georgia.
It's going to be called the Golden Corral Classic.
Yeah, we got that big bonus race going now, Kim. The money has been up just a bit for that Naturally Fresh Points Championship.
Just up a bit to $250,000.
That's a bit.
The first place gets $100,000, and the rest of the 49 guys will play it out for $150,000.
Well, I'd like to be in that one. Well, you can be part of that. Join us again right here next week from Douglas, Georgia. So long, everybody.
This week on the Hooters Tour is brought to you in part by Hooters Restaurants, delightfully tacky yet unrefined. By Bud Light, it won't fill you up, never let you down. Make it a Bud Light. Naturally Fresh, preservative-free salad dressings, sauces, and dips. And Jackaroo barbecue sauce, big taste from a big place.